are live. This episode 72 of the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Alrighty. Just gonna wait a few minutes for people to get over from the Ramsey Show. A lot of good chatting happening at the end. Let's see. I'll put in my email address. In the chat, also donation link. PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. So those will be up at the top of the chat. And just waiting so I don't have to check. We're waiting for someone to come into the chat and verify that they can hear me. Every so often this software, which is free, doesn't work correctly with the mics and so forth. So, just waiting. Let's see what else can I talk about. OBS can hear me. Hearing confirmed. All right. Let's see, what else can I say? Oh, Pizza Princess's birthday today. Happy birthday for her. She's 22 years old. Judy Pine, thank you. She can hear me as well. So yeah, Pizza Princess, 22 years old. I can't even remember when I was 22. That's how long ago that was. What up, AJ? The math guys over on the Ramsey chat. Getting into it there at the end. Yep, absolutely. Happy birthday, Pizza Princess. I think I said it before. Her real name is Natalia. Alright, where did I put my... Okay, if it's a little bit more clunky than usual, I know. How could you tell? That is because I have switched... You know how I always can't see because the whatever that's called, the webcam is in my way, and my stack of boxes that I put the webcam on is in my way, and so I can't see the my buttons, so I can change things. So what I've done now is I've tried to move all the button pushing over to the left monitor here. I only have two, one in center and one on the left, and so I'm right-handed, so it may take me a while to get to it, but used to it, but I think it'll work. AJ, you are correct. They can use a calculator. You can't do math. Maybe simple math, but not real life math. Well, yeah. I mean, you know. I mean, it's fine. It's fine if they want to go by math. It's their money. They can do what they want. So, but I don't know why they want to go in the Ramsey chat and try to push that. I mean, and the one guy was basing stuff he was saying, what he thinks will happen off of what he wants to happen, because he wants to buy a house, so he wants there to be a bubble. He wants there to be too much supply, and so for the housing bubble to burst in that case. But yeah, but people can do whatever they want with their own money. All right, let's try this one. This one is from what Dave said, or something Dave said earlier. See if you can pick it out here. We'll beat the drum and hold the phone. The sun came out today. We're born again. There's new grass on the field. Around in third and headed for home. It's a brown-eyed, handsome man. Anyone can understand the way I feel. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Do 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 do. Live. Crud. Where's my? See, this is what I was saying about the clunky part. Gotta find my. Where's my? There it is. Live from Columbus, OAH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show where we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, and I am a certified financial coach from Ramsey Solutions. And you can schedule a free consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to coachstevemoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Instagram and Twitter, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, the URL for that is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Or you can just log into PayPal, click on Send Money, and put in my email address, coachstevemoney@gmail.com, and put in the amount and click Send. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. Some IOs. You can see my notes. Yeah, they're up there. They're on this, so they can be on this screen. So, because I'm hiding the, oh, you can see it. Oh, that's right. Oops. Yeah, because it's on this screen now. I guess you'll just have to see it. I'm using less notes now. Anyway, actually, let me live. What up, Ellie? Let me live send it to a new window and move it over here, and there we go. Alright, now it won't bother me. Okay, let's see. Today's Ramsey Show hosts were Dave Ramsey and Ken Coleman. And let's get the chat back up here. AJ did not know Hane was from Norway. Thanks for all the IOs again. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit. I mean, you don't, if you can read it, you don't need me to tell it to you. Of course, I do that with all the articles anyway. What's a popular Norwegian song? Ask AJ. Interesting. What up, Sid? All right, so let's see here. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we got to do a little market report, and all down as you can see today. The VIX, that's the volatility index, and normally when it goes down, normally that's up higher, and so that one doesn't really count. But you can see all the rest of them are down. You should also be able to see my cursor, I believe, as I'm going up here from the major indices. That's the Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P 500, the NASDAQ, which is the tech stocks, and the Russell Index, which is the Russell 2000 Index, which is small cap. And most of them all are going to look the same. Here's the NASDAQ. As you can see, it went a lot more down. A lot further down earlier in the day, and then it came up, and then it went down a little bit more, and then came back up towards the end there, and they were all basically the same. Let's check out the Dow Jones one, and there's the S&P one, and the Russell one. Yeah. So let's see what we got to, and it's really weird. It's really weird. Tesla went down this morning after high earnings reports yesterday, and Apple just today had major good earning reports as far as I could tell. They were really good, and Apple went down too. What did Apple go down? Apple went down 1.49%. So maybe they'll go up from the good news. Maybe they'll go up tomorrow. AMD, we talked about them yesterday, and they did buy ATI. ATI was the previous competitor in video card manufacturing to NVIDIA. Alright, let's see, anything else I want to cover on the market? Nope, don't think so. But this just general stuff about it. Dow Jones falls, tech stocks dive as Tesla slides off on earnings. Even though they were good earnings, still went down. And Apple sold off before their earnings were announced today. That means there were a lot of sell-offs from the stock. I guess just in case it went down. I don't know. Trying to make money in case it went down. But hopefully we'll have good news tomorrow. I don't know how AMD's earnings did, but hopefully it would be better. Let's see. Apple demolishes earnings expectations with iPhone sales surging nearly 50%. This CNBC, and I like their format because it's they give you the key points right here up at the top, and so you don't really have to read the rest of the article unless you want some crazy inside information, or if you just want to read a lot of fluff that's put in to make it an article length. But Apple reported strong fiscal third quarter earnings on Tuesday, demolishing Wall Street expectations. Demolishing. Well, definitely got to sell off on that. Every one of Apple's major product lines grew over 12% on an annual basis. That is crazy. iPhone sales increased nearly 50% on an annual basis. That is crazy. And of course, as you know, Apple is Warren Buffett's big stock. That's the one he has the most of in the Goldman Sachs portfolio there. This is breaking news. Dow futures decline 100 points after stocks snap 5-day winning streak. That might not be after the earnings were announced, though. So we'll have to see for tomorrow. Also with it, let's see, this one from earlier today, what time? 8 a.m. So this is way early, so it had nothing to do with the earnings report. Here's who wins in Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, which owns Google, which owns YouTube, profit clash. And the answer, I'll save you the time, the answer was, what did it say? It says Apple was, at first it made you think the answer was going to be Apple, but it's not. The final answer was, where is it? Amazon. Where is it in here somewhere? I should mark maybe this isn't the right article. Oh, yeah, there we are. That coming from let's see, Facebook. Expecting more, 88.4%. That's what the earnings growth the analysts are expecting from Google parent Alphabet. But still, let's see, where does it? Make sure I'm not wrong. I thought I read it in here somewhere that it was Amazon was the way to go. Not that we encourage single stocks. Yeah, tech stocks aren't the number one source of growth in the S&P 500, but don't overlook their sheer profit contribution. Microsoft, Apple, Microsoft. Well, I apologize for wasting your time if it's not. Let's see, Amazon. Oh yeah. Yeah, there it is. Believe it or not, though, Alphabet isn't the S&P 500 tech-related stock that will make the most money for investors, say analysts. That title goes to Amazon.com, which is actually a consumer discretionary stock. Analysts think Amazon will be trading for $4,269 a share in 12 months. So that's a year, and that's more than 15% implied upside from Monday's closing price of $3,700. So it, as you can see, that's going to be $565 more a share in 12 months is what they are projecting. So let's go back to the chat. I'm glad I found that. I thought I was going crazy. Sydney is walking to Walmart, walking with her feet 10 feet off a view. What up, Faith? Nice to see you. Your first time here? I'm all out of faith. This is something real. Alright, no more songs. AJ, only asked because she didn't know my song. Yeah, that was a song by John Fogerty, who was in the band Creedence Clearwater Revival, and in the '80s he was had a resurgence and was a single artist. And Dave was talking to Ken about, so I think it was it in the time? No, I don't think it was in the timeshare hour. So it must have been like, I think it was pretty soon in the second hour of the show, where he was, where somebody was delaying doing something, and so he said, "Put me in, coach." And so that's where we got that. Ellie's not sure if it's the Dr. Pepper she drank, but she feels like running around the room. Well, Dr. Pepper doesn't have, it's got the sugar in it, but I don't think does that have caffeine in it? I don't think so. Richie Long, when you are banned on YouTube, so you have to go to Twitch. Well, Richie, you know, I appreciate your diligence. Appreciate your diligence, dog. What is it? Norway and Sweden speak the other language. Honey says we don't speak each other's language, Sydney, but they are pretty similar, so we do understand each other. Alright, that makes sense. AJ is just taking a break. He will talk to us later. Boosted. I bet I know who gave you a downvote. You rubbed that one guy in chat wrong, apparently. Yeah, probably. And a lot of times they are previous trolls that I've also had run-ins with. So, you know, it happens. It happens. Let's see. Sid is a bit further than 10 feet from Beale. That's right, I forgot. Because you're in the bayou down there. So, yeah. Beale is a street, by the way. And that's why that's in that song, Walking in Memphis. Which is also in the Louisiana. People with children, teachers, Ibotta is that Ibotta? Is giving some free things away. Peanut butter and jelly bread. Peanut butter jelly time. Oh, Dr. Pepper does have caffeine in. What am I thinking? Root beer, maybe. Yeah, A&W root beer, I think is what I'm thinking of. Yep. All right. Beale is closer to Dave than to her. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I suck at geography. I couldn't tell you. Yeah. So let's see what we got here. This is the article I was talking about when I was talking with the gentleman that wanted that was predicting a bubble crash, a bubble burst soon for housing. This one says home prices can't go up straight forever. Can't go straight up forever. But this probably isn't a bubble. And so this is from CNN Business. Of course, they don't know any more than the rest of us what's going to happen. Home prices climbing at the fastest pace in history, eclipsing even the boom in the days leading up to the Great Recession. Bidding wars have become common. Many are forced to pay all cash, and some bids are coming in at $1 million over asking price. Sparking fears the United States is in the middle of another housing bubble that will end in a terrible crash. Industry executives and economists agree this explosion in home values is unsustainable as home prices can't go up 20% year over year forever. Yet today's housing market is very different than the mid-2000s bubble that wrecked the economy. So unlike then, there's currently a massive shortage of homes. And home builders are being very cautious about adding new supply. That's what I was talking about in the Ramsey chat earlier. And so the other key difference is that banks, home buyers, and regulators appear to have learned a painful lesson about the pitfalls of overborrowing. As well they should. So in some ways this is even hotter housing market than before the Great Recession, said somebody. But the risk of this turning into a bubble is much lower. Yeah, so that's what. So we have the housing shortage. Of course, the people in the Ramsey chat brought up that once mortgage forbearance due to the pandy is over, then we'll have a lot more homes will be available in the market. And this brings to me this. Some states are forced to restore the $300 unemployment benefit, that's per week, after jobless Americans sue. It's not so much like just one person without a job suing, it is nonprofit organizations acting on their behalf to restore that. And so where was it? Maryland, Indiana, after governors said, okay, that's enough for that. They were ordered by judges to reinstate that. And why that is illegal, I don't know. Let's see. Growing number, filing lawsuits. And exhausted. Let's see. Arguing that the governor had violated the clear mandates of Indiana's unemployment statute to secure all rights and benefits available for unemployed individuals. Okay, well, I guess that means if the governor is not allowed to state what is a right and a benefit available to them, if the governor can't decide that, I guess they have a case. But yeah, kind of weird. Let's go back to the chat. I need to find a way to put this, to have the chat right here where I can look at it, right on the other side of the camera, but also have it not go away, have it like stay sticky on there. Let's see. We've said that's kind of not good news for a new buyer. Ellie said, shortage my butt cheek. Yeah, if you are hell-bent on living in a city suburb, maybe. Honey is off to bed. She'll be working during showtime. All right, we'll see ya. Thanks for making time, staying up a little bit longer to come see me. Appreciate it. It says it's all down to how that judge interprets those documents. Yeah. And like I said, if there's any precedence for a governor just saying, well, that's enough of that. Boosted has no problem waiting another year or two, but if he's going to wait much longer, he will go on to baby step 4. Yep. Boosted, make sure the maximum you wait is 3 years without investing. So it's good news if you have patience to wait, right? Says Sydney. You want to give her credit for that. And I don't have any of her stuff prepared today, but I'm sure field reporter Sydney has sent me articles. I know she sent at least one that I know of that I didn't include today. Let's see. Motley Fool website has an article about worries about the Delta variant. That would be of the COVID-19 virus. Could be overdone based on clues from these healthcare giants. Executives with Johnson & Johnson, Abbott, and intuitive, surgical sound optimistic that their businesses won't be impacted much by the rise of the Delta variant. That optimism remains cautious, however, with the companies acknowledging some risks remain. Okay, well, I guess it's just, they're just optimistic about it. Much better position to handle the pandemic than they were last year. That much is certain. So, just based on that, I guess, and nothing like concrete that I was hoping to see here. Okay, yeah, it could just, I mean, obviously they're having done it for a year, over a year. They're more prepared. Yup. All right. So the notes. Let's see. Oh, upcoming streams, as always, Ramsey Show Aftershow show is on every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And, that's right, I can now, since it's in a different window that's not being captured, I can pull this over here and read it. Ramsey Show Aftershow show every weekday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, as soon as the Ramsey Show is over on YouTube. It sometimes can go a minute or so over 6 p.m., but I'll start whenever they start. They stop whenever that video ends. My daughter was supposed to play Portal 2 today to see if she liked it. So we'll see if she did that, and if we'll play the co-op content of that in our next father-daughter video gaming. But tonight, which is Tuesday, July 27th, 7:30 p.m., there will be a new board gaming with Stephen Glenn as my pal and I continue our reimagined Super Bowl following the 1983 season. And we will be playing the second half. We are just a couple seconds into the second half is where we ended it, and the Miami Dolphins were up 3 points over the Washington Redskins, which they were known as at the time. And I will usually start a live stream just for chatting if the Ramsey Show mod has not posted that day's show by 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as was the case 4 times in the past 2.5 weeks or so. Let's see. Ohio fact of the day. The first full-time automobile service station was opened in 1899 in Ohio. It did not say what city. 1899, though. Full-time automobile service station. Alright. Let's catch up the chat here. So 7:30, so I'm running home after work and setting up my equipment at home, and then we'll be playing it's basically a dice game, a random number generator, whichever you prefer to think of it as, NFL game. Basically, the way it was on the previous game we were playing, Steve had to check all the charts and stuff and see what the dice rolls meant and stuff like that, and he found a game called, Pro Football Strategy, something like that. And it was, and basically that, the computer does all that sorting out for you, and you just have to call the plays against each other. And not only did the designer of that game comment on our last post, on our last stream, one of the guys that makes the roster mods did as well, and so maybe we'll see some of those people in the chat tonight, in addition to some of you people. What do I mean, you people? All right, let's see, catching up. Ellie had to give the property manager some sort of notice today, and he said that most people are leaving because of the rent skyrocketing. Yep. And Ellie will be moving into a house. I believe, unless something's changed. Sid told Boosted that's what she's doing. And her husband, starting baby step 4 after they get to 10% or 2 years from paused. Sorry, eye rolling. Ellie says, tired of hearing about this crap, just being honest. Sid says, people don't have to pay rent equals landlords lose money, equals landlords raise rates on people who do pay, equals people leave. Yeah, that's about the, what would that be called? That's some kind of phrase for that. The devil's circle or something bad. Like something bad, but then circle. It's greedy to raise rent, $350. Yep, from 1 month to the next. Yep. Property manager. A lot of people are leaving because rent is skyrocketing because of people moving in who are used to paying a ton on rent. Stupid people from California. Well, yep. Well, they might not be stupid people. They're just from California. And now they live in America. So, move from California to America. At least that's what it said. We pay early every month, never miss rent, even when they were unemployed. Rent only went up $30 last year, and this year $350. Yep. You don't get credit for that. Even I'm having to move for the same reason. Obviously, I'm still going to be renting though, and it's not nearly the pain in the buttocks for me as it is for Ellie with 4 children. But yeah, they don't care if you. I've been there 8 years, and they never had any problem with me at all. Rent always on time, and they are just raising everybody up to market value just because they can, I guess. California is screwing up market rate everything. Yep, and she's in a house. She's moving to a house because it's cheaper per month. The irony. Alrighty, let's see. Let me give my plugs again. Yes, I'm checking my notifications. It's not rude. It's from my boy telling me he was home. He went with his mom on a trip to Washington, D.C. And he's telling me he's home. What was I doing? Oh yeah, my plugs. In addition to the 7:30 stream tonight, I'm doing with board game designer Stephen Glenn. And longtime pal, as he put on Facebook earlier. That is tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and once again, I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to coachstevemoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And I promise one day I will start putting stuff on there again. And donations go to paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Use that URL or log into PayPal. Click send money and put in my email address, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Alrighty, well, that's all I have for today, unless people so I need to look over here, not over there. Look over there for a minute and show you how long my nose is. And then click the chat, so the chat will be on top again so I can read it. Sid is almost home. Oh, you went to Walmart and now you're back that quickly? Boosted is scared to be strapped down to everything extra on the house for 11 years. That's his goal to pay off. That's a long time. Yeah, well, that's rough. I mean, even I mean, after you've been debt free a long time, as I have been, there's a fruit fly in here. Was it? Oh, if you've been debt free for a long time, like I have been, for me to even buy a cheap $100,000 house is to just sign your name on that. Is that's yeah, it's very scary. I mean, I get the wanting equity. I get if it's even a little bit cheaper than rent, but it's just weird to do that. Ellie is grateful that they're in a financial position to be able to buy. The goal is to pay off in under 7 years. As hubby is getting a huge jump in pay soon. That's excellent, Ellie. Congratulations. Sid managed to type in my email address while walking and on a phone. Faith says to boost it is worth it though. Alright, well, oh, it won't be cheaper than rent for Boosted, yeah, because he owns the RV he's living in. And he just plays electric, sewer, water, and trash, yeah, so. And is there, and maybe rent for the space you're in with that? But again, yeah, all that together definitely cheaper than almost any house payment you could do. Ellie's telling him that's like a tiny home on wheels. And if you're wondering why I read the chat, it's because the chat is not up immediately after the video is posted. So if you're watching it from any time between, like, from now until midnight Eastern time, if anybody is watching it late and not live, it will not have the chat in there, so they will have no idea. Oh, it's included for 350 total is his total there. So, alrighty. Well, guys, yeah, I appreciate. Please subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate very much the ones of you that have. Up to 63 now. Yeah. I think I'm getting, every once in a while, I'm getting a couple from my other endeavors, such as some board gaming people, video gaming people, like over on Twitch. Might be getting some on YouTube. I don't know. And computer stuff. Oh, also my my Madden football stuff. I do rosters for those, and could be getting some from there as well. I've also done some Madden videos. Yep. Peace out, Boosted. Yep. Oh, and this is where I go back to my main page and I say this. I say make smart financial decisions every day. And then I keep it on for a few seconds more so that it doesn't cut out early. And just smolder into the camera and move on my chair here, which is weird, I admit.